Aquarius, welcome to your Celtic Cross reading. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. You're going to have to excuse the informality of my dress today. I'm pretty much wearing a pajama top. Tomorrow is a surgery day for me. I have surgery. It was planned and got rescheduled due to the ice storm here in Texas, and I'm just exhausted. I'm exhausted from all the rescheduling and getting the details finalized and then actually preparing for the day itself. So that means cleaning down the house, sanitizing everything, making sure the fridge and pantry are stocked for my kid, transportation's worked out, etc. It's exhausting. It's necessary, otherwise I wouldn't be doing it, but it's exhausting. By the time your message comes out, I'll already be in the recovery process. Oh, but guys, I'm just tired. So my point is, honey, this is where we're at today. But I did put makeup on. I did get the makeup on, though. You know, I know it's not a big deal, but for me, I'm used to presenting a certain presentation because, right or wrong, I take pride in my appearance. That's just how I am, you know. But I must admit, it's quite nice just to kind of roll out here into messages and in my pajama shirt. Anyway, there you are. So there you go. I had to kind of put in some overtime to make sure the messages come out uninterrupted, especially, again, since everything got rescheduled, and hence everything else had to be rescheduled too. But here we are. We're showing up. We're doing our job because that's what we do around here at Sassy Scorpion Tarot. I don't do excuses. I really don't. So the few time I actually have an excuse, oh boy, that's some serious shit. What's going on, please? Show me the Aquarian Collective. Show me the Aquarian Collective. Show me the Aquarian Collective. What's going on for Aquarius, please? What is going on? Show me. Aquarius. So once more, we're using the Dreamy Moons Tarot deck. I get questions about this one all the time. If you want to see this deck, you're just going to Google it. Dreamy Moons Tarot. It's the only one like it. You'll be able to recognize it right away. What's going on, please? Show me Aquarius. Show me Aquarius. Show me Aquarius. What's going on? What's going on for Aquarius, please? We got laundry. Laundry's on point today. You can probably hear it kicking off in the background. Oh, boom. We're going, honey. We're just going. Okay. You got some shit on your mind too, huh? Well, I don't blame you. Nine of Swords. You got some stuff on your mind. You being fixed air, you can equip this pretty well. You can handle this pretty well. Okay, doesn't mean I want to see that for you, but some of you, yes, that's where you are too. Your stress levels are high at this time for some of you. What's in the challenge here? What to do about it? I agree, right? So it's not enough to know that we have a problem. What are we going to do with it? That's what's on your mind too. So the Knight of Swords is in the challenge position. What do? I don't like all this crap in my head. How do I cut it out? How do I resolve this issue, right? There's that fixed air energy working for you. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? And the solution's not presenting itself just yet, whatever this is. What's hovering around you? Yeah, no wonder you don't know what's going on. Five of Swords. That's not great. There's some deceptive energy here. There's some things here that are influencing your decision, influencing your mind. It's either coming from within you or outside of you. It could very well be coming from outside of you. Poor influence around our thoughts, because this is hovering influences. And that means it could be coming from outside of you, but it could also be coming from within you. Something that is touching upon you every day. But we're not in a position to really address it. It just seems to influence us a little bit every day. We're going to dig into this. You're showing me lots of sword today. Relevant past. Nothing but sword, baby. Nothing but sword. This is a bit much even for you, honey. And bless you, you can handle a lot of shit, but this is quite a bit. And you're telling me, Christina, I've dealt with stuff like this before. I believe you. But for some reason, this is not chalking up the way you're used to it. Okay. And I think there's a very strong reason as to why you cannot find the solution to whatever it is that's literally on your mind 24/7. It's a swirl of thoughts like this. It's an absolute tornado of thoughts in you. It's just not quite the same, is it? Not like you're used to handling it in the past. Too much overthinking. This is to the point of pain. This is mental gridlock. I cannot find a solution. And this inability to see some things and be honest with ourselves is really slowing the process down to finding a solution. There's like something here either you don't want to see and you know it's going to provide the most honest solution for you, or you're being poorly influenced and you don't feel you're capable of making a decision. We're going to figure this out. Exiting, Seven of Pentacles. Something that was growing, but likely stopped because it was not proving fruitful. That garden got neglected, or we put so much work into it and we saw very little payout. So we stopped growing something. We stopped cultivating something. We stopped giving something our time, energy, and effort. Your immediate future, strength. Yeah, no shit. I would say so. You might have some Leo in your chart. I want you to use it. Especially now while we are under, well, actually, no. We may not be under the guidance of the Leo full moon by the time your messages come out. But still, regardless, I want you to get into that space where I can take this on. I have the strength to do it. I have the fortitude to do it. I can resolve this. I want you to adopt that mentality. You're going to need it. It's going to take you a hell lot of strength to get out of your head and take some action. Honey, sometimes you got to act first and think about it later. And that might well be the solution to your problem. Which, by the way, I have no idea what the hell it is. You have so much mental gridlock, I can't tell. We're going to have to sip on clarification, honey. I am concerned for you, honey. I am. Your strengths, the Magician, you can manifest. Believe in that. Absolutely. That's going to be a core principle for you. Environment, the Tower. Shit's changing. You think so, Spirit? I couldn't. Spirit's like, your environment's shaking right now. Something's coming down. It needs to let the tower fall. You are overthinking. Your mind is a beehive of activity. It's rejecting a principle. Something needs to come to the light. And that Five of Swords is very suspicious to me. A truth needs to come forward. Radical acceptance of it. Let that fucking tower fall. So you know what you're working with. Don't keep towers propped up. Through deception, I can figure it out. I can work with this. It doesn't have to change. That's not going to help us. The fact that the tower's in your environment, things are shaking up. I know you want to manifest a solution. And I believe you typically have those skills. You've told me you've dealt with complicated situations like this before and you got through it just fine. I believe you. But for some reason, this has a layer of complexity on it that you're not used to. Hopes and fears. Justice. Is however this pans out, is it going to be correct? Right? I don't blame you. I'd be thinking that too. Christina, how that tower falls, is it going to be fair? Is it going to be right? Is it going to be correct? Is it going to put me over? Is it going to be balanced? Will it be fair? Will it be balanced? Will it be fair? You've got that sense of will it be fair? Perhaps you think, however things are changing and shifting, the reason why you might be resisting it so much mentally is you think the outcome may not be fair. You might be trying to prevent something as much as possible because you think the outcome may not be fair. What if it is? What if it isn't? It's interesting. The outcome, Page of Swords, you don't know. No, you don't know. But eventually, how this pans out will reveal itself. Now, I know that seems... Page of Swords and the outcome. Sometimes it's small like that. And that's because the Aquarius I'm looking at, so take what resonates, leave what does not, reverse energies as it applies. So the Aquarius I'm looking at, this is happening now. You have major concepts at play here in regards to this is my frustration now. This is how it's hurting me now. This is what I'm overthinking now. This is how I'm being influenced now. This is what I do not want to change now. And if I am subject to change, will it come out in my favor? Will it be fair? Now. It's all happening now. So your outcome being the Page of Swords does not surprise me. All that says is I don't know. I'm living it day by day, Christina. Let's get in there. Let's talk about it. All right. If you haven't had your coffee yet, I suggest you kick off that pot. Okay? It might take a minute. To unravel it. 9 minutes and 30 seconds on the baseline. So this is where we are today. So if this disappoints you, I'm not talking about new love, puppies, sunshine, and rainbows. Bye. Real tarot is real life. We do the real stuff here, and I'm looking at a real Aquarius today. All right. Show me that Nine of Swords, please. I want it to be puppies, sunshine, and rainbows. Where's the new love? I don't know. Go find that other person on YouTube. There's plenty of them. You can't miss them, honey. You can't miss them. Show me that Nine of Swords, please. Show me the Nine of Swords. Show me that Nine of Swords, please. Show me the Nine of Swords. Show me the Nine of Swords. Show me that Nine of Swords, please. Show me that Nine of Swords. Goodness me. So much split, so much division. Show me that Nine of Swords, please. For Aquarius. Show me that Nine of Swords, please. For Aquarius. The Chariot, movement, Ten of Cups, death. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. You feel like the movement in some sort of emotional relationship. Ten of Cups, it does not have to be a significant other. It can be 100%. But Ten of Cups is the overarching rainbow of the people who are collectively in our emotional support system, i.e. family, friends, and also, of course, your immediate household. Parents, siblings, children, spouses. So whatever that is to you, I just know that your heart is strongly tied to this, and it's on your mind, it's on your heart 24/7. So you're already telling me the priority here is your emotional support system, and that you feel it's under some sort of jeopardy. Hardcore. I don't know that it's happened, but it's on your mind. That's how I know, or I should say no. What I mean is, I don't think it's happened. I think you feel it's a threat, more so in your mind. It's collecting a lot of movement in your head, mentally speaking, that there is a potential loss here. Okay, and it's kind of plaguing your heart and it's plaguing your mind at full speed. I don't blame you. It feels like there has been no movement emotionally between you and someone else, or you and a couple of other folks. I don't know why. We're going to dig further. We're going to see why. But you feel literally that one of your emotional support systems, someone who you understand is meant to love you and you are meant to love them, that you've typically had movement with, okay, is being threatened. Death. Cancer, Scorpio, you may have those placements in your chart. You might be connected to one, not the point. The energy here is the point. You feel it looming over you. The potential loss of someone's emotional support, their love, that kind of thing. The Knight of Swords is in the challenge. What do I do about it? Yeah, well, I understand. Show me that Knight of Swords, please. Show me that Knight of Swords. Show me that Knight of Swords. Show me that Knight of Swords. Show me that Knight of Swords, please. Show me that Knight of Swords, please, for the challenge. Show me that Knight of Swords, please, in the challenge position. Two of Wands, you don't know what to do. You don't know how to balance it. Six of Pentacles, you very much desire to. You very much desire to, and it's looking like you have been looking at yourself and possibly the other person that's in this situation, the person whom you feel identifies as being a potential loss of emotional love and harmony. You want to balance this, and you have been wanting to balance this for some time. The Two of Wands, we're looking out upon the world. We're trying to make a decision, an active decision. I know I'm looking at a very restless Aquarius. You want to fix this shit. I got it. You want to balance it. You want to make it fair. And bottom line here, bottom line, Aquarius, is that you want to feel good about this. Something that suggests this is workable. It's workable between you and me. We can figure it out. We can. I know we can. And I know I would feel good about it. Maybe they would too. There's a solution in here. I know there is. But we don't know what to do. We don't. It's like, if we could just balance this, I know it'd be okay, but I don't know how to engage that. I don't know how to engage it. You're thinking about it, but it's like you have not been able to take action to something that looks like it's incredibly straightforward. Like, this is the plan. If I could just balance with that person, I know it would fix itself. I know we could fix it, but I don't know how to engage it. So you feel the potential emotional loss between you and somebody, but you feel helpless to do anything about it. Like, here's the solution, but you don't know how to engage the solution, the plan. Otherwise, I know you. You would be like, wait, how's it going? Out the door you go. You know? Why can't we? There's the question. The solution would make you happy. To balance it. To come up with a cooperation of sharing between you and this person. Or persons. Could be multiple people. Could be in a workspace. Could be in a family space. I just know it's personal to you. You don't want to feel any more loss for this situation. And it's on your mind constantly. How do we get you into the space of the solution? How do you kick off the plan? What's going on there? I see the plan, baby. Why do you feel like you cannot enact on it? Or act on it, excuse me. It's been a long day. Oh! A little stormy today? I'm sure, let's just add to the mood. That's fine. That's fine. Let's just add to the mood. That's fine. Okay. When it rains, it pours, eh? Okay. Let's see this shit. Five of Swords, hovering. Unseen influences, either unseen influences that you can't recognize within you, or that's outside of you. Let's take a look at that Five of Swords. Show me that Five of Swords, please. What is up, Aquarius, honey? What is going on? Show me that Five of Swords. I need you to mentally rest, honey. I need you to mentally rest. I know you feel emotionally threatened by the loss of somebody's emotional accessibility, someone possibly in their life, their love for you, your love for them. It feels like somebody's love is slipping away. And it could be a little bit of both. Perhaps you're terrified you feel your love slipping away for someone else. Perhaps you're terrified the fact that you might be feeling someone else's love slip away from you. And you're like, I can fucking fix it. But it's like, how do I pull the trigger on that plan? You know what I'm saying? Yes, I repeat myself a lot, so it helps me stay on track and I don't lose thread of the major storyline. Because let me tell you, some storylines can get very involved. So yeah, I repeat a lot. Some of that Five of Swords, please, is the Ace of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles. Man, there's so much. Okay, so there's some deceptive energy here. It's coming from within, I believe, you, because it is default to a reading. But yes, reverse energies to whomever it might apply. There's an offer on the table, theoretically. But we're overthinking it. Eight of Swords. Somebody's kind of deceiving themselves about making this work. And again, I'm defaulting to you. I'm not picking on you. I see what it is you understand the plan to be. And I'm like, why aren't you acting on it, Aquarius? You feel threatened, love-wise. Something's moving away from you or exiting. You want to repair it. You even think you have a pretty good idea of how, but you don't know how to pull the trigger. Why? Here's why. There is this deceptive energy, I believe, that's floating around in the back of your unconscious mind that says, I could make this work. I know I could make it work. I can put more into this. Part of you knows that's not true. Part of you knows this isn't. Part of you knows this is not true. You seem, that's quite a bit. Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. That's legit working energy. That is legit. I can put my time, my energy, my effort. These are spendable concepts. That's what the Pentacle is. Your time is precious. Your energy is precious. Your intentions are precious. Your actions in the real world are precious. Right? It all takes time, energy, and effort. And you're telling me I can put in the time, energy, and effort into this. I know I can. I can make that very substantial. And I think you're telling yourself this, but you don't actually believe it. And that's why you haven't really enacted this plan. Part of you knows you're being deceptive about what you can realistically contribute to getting this energy back on board with you. I think you have good intention to give more. And I think you even tell yourself, to the extent that you might believe it a little bit, that you can give more to repair the situation. But in actuality, you cannot. And that's why you actually hang back from taking action. I think you're in a position where you really want to truly give more to this situation because you know it will repair it, but you're not being realistic about what you can actually contribute. And so it would be that situation where I promised to give more and you know that it would be false if you told your person that. So I will say this. I don't think you're pulling the trigger on false intentions. And people, you know, what's that old saying? I'm going to screw this up. I always screw this up. Honey, I'm a walking encyclopedia of useless tidbits and quotes and shit like that. But what? The road to hell is paved with good intentions? So I don't see you offering those good intentions because you know you probably can't make good on them. I know you want to give more to fix this situation. But you are keeping yourself blind to the reality you can't. So I don't see you, in other words, ponying up promises you can't keep, but you're tempted to. You're very tempted to. You're tempted to keep this energy in your life, specifically their love. Eight of Swords in the relevant past. You've dealt with shit like this before. You've dealt like, you have, I know you have. Are you someone who overcontracts yourself? You say, yes, I can do this. Yes, I can do that. Yes, I can do this. And then you end up having very little to spare anybody. Is that who I'm looking at today? And then you make more promises of, yes, I can re-engage. Yes, I can give more. And you know you can't. It could be that. Cross watchers, you are welcome, of course, but do be careful with your comments. I am protective of all the collectives. The reality I'm seeing, the realness I'm seeing for Aquarius today, I will eventually see for your sign too. I'm someone who is highly sympathetic to the human experience. I call an asshole, but I also see a struggle when I see a struggle, and this is a struggle, and it's a real one, and it's a human one. That's why any of us read tarot at all. Okay? Eight of Swords is in the relevant past. Show me that Eight of Swords, please. Keeping your eye on a situation. Eight of Swords, show me that Eight of Swords, please. Relevant past, you've dealt with this before. Eight of Swords. Show me that Eight of Swords, please. The Emperor, the Wheel of Fortune, the Star. You know, yeah, you have had experience with this in the past, and you've always pulled through it. This one's a little different. You might have some very strong areas in your chart. Could be connecting from that's not the point. You're also here. Your star is beautiful, like always. You have these really strong intentions, and this is coming from a place of the past, of doing better. You do. You always told yourself, I'm going to do better. I won't get caught up like that again, you know. I won't make promises I can't keep, and I won't overly contract myself. I am the emperor. I'm in control. I have to stand in my power, make declaratives, make decisions. And you trust your faith in that. You trust your ability in that, as you should. So I know you've experienced this before, and you've always kind of told yourself, I'll do better next time. I'll do better next time. I won't overly engage like that again. I won't make promises I can't keep. I have to stand true to myself and my power, literally, and follow my own advice and my own dreams, because there you are. Beautiful. You're telling me you've learned from your mistakes before, you've been through this before, and you've always said, I'm going to do better. I'm in control. I can handle a lot of shit. I believe you. But this latest incident, whatever is happening now, for some reason, a very strong representation of something that really seems to be out of your control. And we can't control other people. But there is something here about the realistic efforts where you are so tempted to say, I can give more knowing you can't, to keep someone's love in play. Again, family member, friend, spouse, whatever. You otherwise feel like if I could just bounce the situation, I'd be happy. They would too. But do I have that offer to give? Can I put real work into this? I don't think I can. I want to say I can, but that's probably what got me in trouble in the first place, is saying I can give more to this knowing I can't. I don't know what this is to you, but it's hitting you so hard. It's hitting you really hard. Some of that Seven of Pentacles in the recent past. Some of that Seven of Pentacles, it's like, I'm looking at Aquarius, you don't want to let anyone or anything go. And I understand that. Sometimes things do need to take their exit. That includes situations, places, people, all of it. You don't want to let this one go, though, but you can't seem to give it more. Show me that Seven of Pentacles, please, in the recent past. Show me that Seven of Pentacles, please. In the recent past. Show me that Seven of Pentacles, please, in the recent past. Show me that Seven of Pentacles, please. I know you're that person who wants to make a good difference in somebody's life, and you always want to act from a place of good intention and standing in your power. You want to be that Aquarius that says, I can do this. I have that power. I have that ability. I can help you. I can help you achieve your goals. You want to be that person others rely on. You want to be that person who can give, I think. But there's this one situation that asks you for something specific, and you want to give it, but you cannot. The Sun, the Knight of Swords, the Page of Wands. There is something here that was growing at one time, slow as it may have been, that felt very, very happy. And you reacted to it swiftly in the exiting energy. That same Knight of Swords over here, the one in present day, doesn't know what to do, how to take action. Despite having the plan, you don't have the resources to back up that plan. You don't have the energy. You don't have the time to spare. So what little you did spare this situation that's trying to exit, it made you feel ridiculously good, the Sun. It made you feel extremely happy. But you couldn't put much into it, and you knew it. But evoked in you such strong sensations of warmth and sun and playfulness and lightness and happiness. So the Sun is the happiest card in the deck. So it is. Me, and this is off topic, but hey, if you've been around the channel, you know that. I do that a lot. Happiest card in the deck. I know whoever's energy you feel is threatening to exit or has been lost, and you feel you could recover it if you had the effort to put into it. They made you feel so warm and sun and happy. Happiest card in the deck. I kind of prefer your vision of things with the Star. Reaching for the ideal. It's a lot more struggle. You walk outside your front door. This, you gotta reach and you gotta keep reaching. It's harder by 100 degrees. It takes so much more work. It's so much more rewarding. I think you're someone who has a lot of ideals, and you want to help other people achieve their ideals. So much so that perhaps for the first time in a long time, I'm seeing the Star as a not so great thing. It's like you forgot simply what it was like to just be happy. The simple happiness of not having to struggle and bust your ass every day. Just be happy in that moment. Sometimes we can get so focused on our stars and other people's stars, we forget our own certain level of everyday sunshine and happiness. And that's why this person's love energy exiting has caused you panic. It's the last time you represented or felt that representation of simple, easy joy. And so little was put into it, and it was stretched. And I don't mean that as an accusation, it's just here. And given your energy distribution, you didn't have much time to spare it, but what little time you could engage with it, oh God, it felt right. It made your heart easy and light. It made you smile. It made you feel playful joy. Just the warmth of being a child that is happy and loved and gets to show off in front of his parents. Hey, Mommy, look at me, look at me. You know that? That's what that is. That's a naked baby riding a unicorn. If that's not a look at me, I don't know what is. If you're a parent, you know what I'm talking about. And if you can remember being a kid, you know what? It's just simple sunshine of being seen and warm and happy. And that's why you're panicking with this situation. That's what stresses you out. You feel that simple, sweet sun that was slow to grow, but did indeed grow. You couldn't put much into it. But when you did experience it, you reacted swiftly. That's why. You don't want it to go. Whatever that is to you. Could be a friend, family member, a special person. I get it. But you don't want to lie to yourself or the other person about what you can realistically give them to keep them in your life either, right? That's what you call a rock and a hard place. Okay. Strength. Show me strength, please. Show me strength. Show me strength, please. Show me strength. Oh yes, I'm a huge advocate of the star, but one star at a time. You know, if we try to focus on too many stars, because again, those are big picture concepts. One that constantly requires you to go like this. So if we have too many stars going around at once and we concern ourselves with other people's stars, especially if you feel like you're in a position of leadership, where you're constantly having to be in control and navigate your star and help other people with theirs. Whether or not that's actually true for you, I don't know. That might be self-imposed. Really, the star is quite personalized. If you're helping other people achieve their stars, I might ask you to reconsider how involved you should be. Because if you are so overly involved in big picture concepts, not just yours, but other people's, by God, you're not going to have too much opportunity to just feel everyday warmth and sun and happiness. So for me, by all means, the star, but one at a time. And it should be your own. If you feel that you are so overly engaged in this life, you can't give this person what they need in order to keep them in your life, so you can receive the emotional pleasure that you want, need, and desire, and they too, you might want to rethink how much you're contributing in other people's worlds that are not yours. Show me strength, please. Ace of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Six of Cups. Yeah, they're important to you. I'm not saying they're... Of course they're important to you. What is all this for? Of course they're important to you. Duh. Like, of course they're important to you. They represent the past. And you also feel, to some extent, that they represent possibly a future. You don't quite know what that is, but they're there. They represent the sweet memories and nostalgia of the past. Someone who, and it could be a soul bond type situation. You've known them a long time. Sweet memories, easy memory exchanges. Kind where you share food and drink, laughs, memories, you know? And that's why I say you can't run on down to Costco and pick it up. It's a unique thing. It can't be replicated. That's a relationship you have between you and someone else. Whatever that relationship looks like. It was special. That's all I know, that this person is special to you. You haven't actually defined them to me. They haven't come across as a friend. They haven't come across as a lover. They have not come across as a spouse. It's like you have literally designated them as a special person. I don't know what else to call them. Perhaps you don't either. They just seem to be a very special person to you, that you feel potentially that you are losing their cup or have lost their cup. And what you want in the future is actually quite forward. You're showing me strength. Ace of Wands. For a Six of Cups. So that's renewed energy, renewed hope. a renewed sense of energetic re-engagement with someone whom we've broken from. Five of Pentacles. Whether or not you broke from them or they broke from you, it could just be the metaphor of the thing. In other words, there's clearly a division between you and this person, so much so that you feel the emotional loss of them. Okay. I didn't think it was fully over. I saw it as a threat in your mind. You are showing me the strength right here, soon. Soon. Whatever soon is to you, but it feels soon. To rekindle the efforts to that which whom we broke from. I don't know who they are to you, but they're special in your eyes and in your energy. I always like the old school traditional Six of Cups. It's a boy and a girl. He's obviously taller than she is, and he's being sweet as he bends down to give her flowers. And it's a sign of sensitivity, vulnerability, and recognition. And the break from it. In the hope to renew it with the strength of conviction. There's something about this person's energy that brings out a sweetness in you, a softness. Silliness, too. They hit you right in the soft spot of your heart. There might be an association between this person and white flowers. Or you like their perfume. Somebody likes the other person's perfume. It has a very specific scent. Oh, okay. It has a very specific scent. Their perfume does, or their smell? You know what their perfume is, for some of you. I don't know why I'm getting that. Because it's the only one they wear? Oh, that's why. Because I just heard it I just heard the answer to my own question in my head. There you go. Because it's the only one they wear. That's why I know it. That's for some of you, not all of you. Sometimes I get the impressions. All right. I see you. I see effort here. I see effort. I do. I do see the effort. I see the rising spirit to make some sort of effort, gesture, offer. But also, let's be aware of the realities of what we can offer. But I see the effort, the spirit to try, as well as the energy to back it up. Okay? The Magician, please. Oh, okay. Show me the Magician, please. This is the Gustav Klimt Tarot deck. Show me. Based off the artistic works of Gustav Klimt. Show me the Magician, please. In Aquarius, the Strengths. Show me the Magician, please. Show me. Show me the 3. 3 what? 3. I don't know why I got 3. Just 3. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. I just got 3, and I first thought it was 3 what? I have no idea. 3 might be an important number, some sort of confirmation for you. Some energy could be happening 3 days prior to this message, after, or sometime around it. The 3rd might be important for some reason. I don't know. The Magician. 7 of Cups. 9 of Swords. There's that stress again with the Page of Cups. You are summoning forth energy. You are to open your heart up towards whoever this is. It's stressful to you. It's very stressful. It goes right back to how you opened up with that 9 of Swords on the base. The Seven of Cups, options and love, how to approach with a little bit of heart space. Page of Cups, it's tentative, it's nervous, it's shy, but mostly it's like if I don't do something, this is gonna drive me fucking crazy. Okay, that's fair. No, I know that feeling, I know that pressure, and it's very real and it's very true. If I don't do something, I will drive myself crazy. I don't know what the results will be, but if I don't try, it's just gonna fuck with me more. That's about what that is. And that's why you're showing me the Magician. You do have the skills within you. I see it happening here. Okay. The 16th might be important to some of you. The Towers in your environment. Some things are changing. I need to see what that means, though. Show me. Show me the Tower, please, in the environment. Show me the Tower, please, in the environment. I need to give more love to this situation, even if it's a little bit. You're just showing me a little bit. Growing energy to do the thing. The will behind it, the spirit behind it. Show me the Tower, please. Show me the Tower. Show me the Tower, show me the Tower, show me the Tower. In your environment, okay. Show me the Tower, please. Page of Swords, again. Two of Pentacles. The Chariot, there you are. Trying to figure out what to do. Trying to figure out what to do. You seem to understand that it's going to assume some change on your part. That's the scary shit. You don't know how, if you have it in you, if you can change your world, and if so, but now I would challenge you to kind of reduce that a little bit. I think that thinking is way too far out for the situation. You are taking it way out here. This might change my world. Some of you have a very hard time with change. Okay, fixed sign, can't say I'm surprised. You, however, as fixed air, are the one who is least prone to that whole, I'm not able to change. Okay, you know, it's your thinking that you tend to get fixated about. Once I have the thought, it kind of stays that way. And it's kind of hard to talk Aquarius out of their thoughts because they're like, no, I had the thought, therefore it is. Now, whether or not it is, it doesn't matter. If you're convinced that that's the truth, that's what you're going to stick to. And that's the only real downfall to being Aquarius. Now, I say that respectfully because I have said this forever. All signs have pros, superpowers. Thus, they have cons, kryptonite. There's no getting around that. If you have a strength, and you absolutely do, you're going to have a weakness too. This is life. Black, white. Dusk, dawn. Rose, thorn. You cannot have one without the other. So if you are an Aquarius who is like, man, this is going to take radical change on my part. It's going to shift my whole fucking world. I don't know if I can do it. It's going to require me to change everything. And I don't know if I can change But back it up. Scale it back. Scale it back. Your energy is telling me it's going to do what it's going to do. Okay? Because we've already addressed that. We've already addressed it. Your energy is rising to mend the break because it wants to. Not because it feels it has to, because here's the want. Here's the spirit. Okay? And now you're thinking about this. How do I move forward? How do I move forward? How much change do I have to make? How much am I going to have to do to get noticed? How much am I going to have to do to put it out there? How much am I going to have to do to jumpstart this thing? I don't know. How much change is required here exactly? I don't know. Let's just start with you getting the process started. You don't need to be thinking about changing your whole world right now. We're talking just a little bit of influence. in order to get your chariot moving again in a particular direction. And I know some of you are worried about rejection. What if that movement is not received? What if the message is not received? I don't know, and I don't want you to think like that, because that's trapped thinking. Again, it's one of those things where we're going to feel worse if we don't. The only way we can get out of our head in this situation is to do something. Just start with a Page of Cups, a little message from a sincere heart space. Just start there. I know you admit you don't know how it's going to be received, and you don't quite know how much change you're supposed to make. Just start with the page, honey. That's all anybody can do. Okay? We're not talking about changing your whole world by leaps and bounds. It's just enough to generate the activity to get it going. How they respond is outside of your hands. All you can do is put the energy out there so it can help relieve in you some of the tension you're experiencing. Okay? That's all we can do. Justice. Is it going to work out? Is it going to work out? Is it going to work out? I want it to. Hopes and fears. Why is hopes and fears hopes and fears? Because they're often one and the same, as we said. The duality of thing. The duality of nature. Hopes and fears is hopes and fears. Do I dare hope for it, or should I fear for it? Will it balance? Will it reciprocate? Will it recalibrate the scales? I don't know. Let's check it out. Could be connecting to Libra. You might have some strong Libra in your chart. Show me. That's the point. Show me justice, please. Show me justice. Show me justice. Show me justice. Show me justice, please. Four of Cups, the Hierophant, the Four of Pentacles. See, you're not going to know unless you give yourself permission to try. A very strong part of you. I was just talking about Taurus being fixed energy. I was about to say that not too long ago. They're the most fixed of the fixed signs. So you might have some damn strong Taurus in your chart. You're not going to know until you try. We're talking about a page, honey. You're not going to know if you're going to be know if you're going to be happy or not, or disappointed or not, until you try. So many of you are tempted to hold back and not give yourselves permission. That sense of higher self that wants to keep you from protected from failure is telling you to hold back. You might experience failure, Aquarius. You might experience failure. Hold back. Don't do it. Four Cups, Four Pentacles. This is very strong, and I mean strong. Holding pattern energy, emotionally as well as behavioral pattern. It's both. An emotional pattern and a behavioral pattern. Four Cups, Four Pentacles. The Hierophant, our higher self, is struggling to give you permission, to give you the opportunity to balance the scales. Because you're afraid. You're afraid. That's it. That's what all this overthinking is. That's what all this swirl of activity is. Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords. That's all that is. Overthinking to the point of fear. And so our hands become like this. You don't know if it's going to bounce or not until you try. You have to give yourself permission. You have to be willing to break. You have to be strong enough to break your own patterns of resistance and fear in order to know. And your spirit, your emotional self wants to know. Your spiritual self wants to know. Your intellectual self wants to know. But when it comes to actually do the thing, that fear kicks in and says, wait, hold back, don't do it. What you will actually do, I do not know. I think I see which way you're leaning. Some of you are so mentally wrapped up in the outcome. You got to push past yourself, honey. This is all happening now. I see you in the future. You don't know if you can balance this thing out in the long run. You don't know if you can make this situation happy or rectify it for the long term. I need you to get out of that thinking. Just stay in the moment. Stay in the moment of what can you feasibly do in the moment and start there. Forget about the long term or the years projected outwards. Just start from a place of sincerity. You know, if you base all your relationships on what you can give it in the long term, you're never going to live in the present. You know, you're never going to live in the present. You don't know what the future is going to be like 2 weeks from now, never mind 2 years from now, never mind 20 years from now. So just operate, act, think, speak to the best of your truths, to the best of your abilities. And the other person can decide to stay in your life or not, continue to give you love energy or not. That's all any of us can do. Okay. Just so long as you are sincere and honest, people will either join you in that energy of what you have to offer and who you are and what you have to give, or they're not. And if we weren't realistic about what we could give the situation to begin with, then start there. Start there. You know, you're important to me. You're important in my life. And I may not necessarily understand why. I just know that you're special to me. And I have very realistic expectations about what I can give this and give to it. And it may not be much. And maybe I tried to give you more than I could actually do in the past, and I set myself up for failure in that respect. So let me be honest with you now. This is why I'm approaching. This is what I have to offer. And if that's good for you, maybe that's enough for now. You know? That's it. I don't know. That's from my anti-sassy. Hopefully that helped you. Turn that Page of Swords with a realistic, honest approach about expectations. What you can realistically give. And why this person is important to you or special to you at all. Justice. 9 of Pentacles. Temperance. Very good. From a place of independence, you're going to figure out what to do. And you're going to do what's right for you. I agree. Exactly what we're talking about. So I know Page of Swords doesn't seem terribly impressive, but you're opening up to this idea that, okay, maybe I can't do everything I want to do with this situation or person, family, friend, love, I don't know. You have yet to define to me who they are, except for a little bit of this. 6 of Cups. Maybe I can't give everything that I had wanted to or intended to, and perhaps I did lie to myself about that, and maybe that's why their energy started to leave, is because they know I couldn't give more to it. It made me feel really good, and I understand that now. And maybe it will not come out the way I want it to, but I still need to act in my own best sense of self. And my best sense of self says I can at least weigh the scales for me and show myself patience and healing and compassion and act from that standpoint of justice. I need to represent myself correctly, justice to the 9 of Pentacles, and say this is what I realistically can do. And this is realistically who I am. And that I do believe I'm someone who's worth balancing with. And maybe just start here. Okay? And maybe just start there. Because you do have a very strong need in you to balance, or at least have your side presented. Okay? And you are asking for time and patience and compassion for yourself, and I believe from the other side of things. What the reaction is, I do not know. Neither do you, and that's a big chunk of why you are tempted to hang back, and it's a big chunk as to why you're having a hard time giving yourself permission to reapproach this at all. But I just want you to start with the littlest of pages. You don't have to make drastic changes in your environment right now. Just start with a page. Okay? And that other person can decide to join you. No more false offers. This is what I can give, or this is what we're going to do in a couple weeks or a month. I swear, I swear, I swear, I swear. Don't do that. Right? That's no good. We can't live up to those things if you know it's not true. So ask this person to meet with you and connect with you realistically with what you do have to offer. The sincerity of yourself, your heart, your love, whatever. And then let them decide. Okay, we don't have to do this. I can give you more time. We can change things up. I can give you more time. We can't. You just know you can't. So if you really want this person in your life, work with what you have, not with what you don't. And let them decide if what you have to offer is something that they want to stick around for. Aquarius, honey, you have beautiful energy, but it seems to spread out in so many places and for so many reasons. And this, whoever this love you feel threatened to lose or you feel you have lost, they represent some of the sun that you don't really get to feel. So you need to figure out if it's worth opening yourself up, even to a page, but this time, say, this is what I do have to offer. No more false promises. I just know that you're special to me. And start there. I don't know what the reaction will be. Actually, I'm terribly interested. Advice, please. Let's get some advice. Let's get some advice, please. Let's get some advice, please, for Aquarius. Let's get some advice, please, for Aquarius. Let's get some advice, please, for Aquarius. Shall we? Let's get some advice, please, for Aquarius. Let's get some advice, please. There's that Five of Pentacles again. Seven of Swords, Four of Cups. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. I think you've been doing this thing since whatever this emotional unhappiness started, that it doesn't affect you. It does. It does. So start there. That's Spirit's advice to you, is to see how this, stop pretending that it didn't disappoint you. And stop pretending that the situation didn't break. Because Seven of Swords, I'm just not going to look at that. That doesn't hurt me. That's pain. That's separation. That's emotional disappointment, sadness. No, that's not happening to me. That doesn't affect me at all. So let's start there. Yes, it did. You showed me some very big picture concepts today. There it is again. We still look at that person whose cup we feel like is missing. They're no longer in the arc of your happiness. It's interesting. You have yet to really define to me who this person is, but I do know they affect the softer side of your heart space. Again, they represent some sort of sun that you don't really feel too much. I want you to think about that. You can't know this level of disappointment and pain and in fact go out of your way to avoid it unless you felt something to begin with. So think about that. Is it worth it to you to have that kind of sun in your life? That's the truth you need to understand. And that truth, again, there's justice, that at the end of the day, it would make you feel better, literally, to try to balance. Even if it was a one-time shot. I don't know who this is to you in future. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. You couldn't really define them to me either, which is interesting. I just keep getting special person. I don't know who they are to you in the future. I know your heart responds to them. It's different. And you may not know the energy you can give them 2 weeks from now, but then that's true for everybody who's alive. So just start with what you remember Hitch with Will Smith, but it was back in the 2000s. You cannot work with what you do not have. So don't make false pretenses and don't make false promises. Let your energy stand up in its own right. This is what I feel. This is what I can offer. Okay? So don't work with what you don't have. Work with what you do have. And if you have a sincere heart space for this person, if they mean something to you, and that I want to mend the bridge between us or the gap between us, that's where you start. You know? You're concerned you don't know how they're going to react. That's, like I said, that's true. That's true for anybody. I don't know, and I can't see it. They could have you... Aries, as well as some water energy here. You don't know how they're going to react. They seem to have a strong will too, kind of like you do. I don't know. But if you speak your peace and you speak your sincerity, that's what really matters, doesn't it? We can't guarantee the other side of things, honey. We just can't. Some of you are saying they were kind of harsh. They did an exit. It was a person that is very important to us. You said they did a harsh exit and that it wouldn't bother you or affect you. It did. Your higher self knows that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be saying this today. Again, I don't know. I would love to see what the reaction would be. I don't know. But it's not really about them, is it? That's the whole point of this. And the Spirit's saying it's about you. I would love to give you guarantees, honey, but Tarot doesn't give guarantees. You know your person best. I don't think you'd be contemplating this at all if you knew they were going to totally shut you down. You have this impression that, yes, they are strong-willed, but you know that they had a soft heart towards you, too. There's that freedom to choose. Sometimes it's hard to choose. You're telling me it's hard to choose that. It's hard to choose that kind of opening up energy, especially if you're someone who is very used to being in control. I called it. You are someone who overburdens yourself, overtaxes yourself, and you say probably yes more often than you should be saying no. And that's what puts you into this state of constantly overthinking and always feeling overwhelmed. And this is someone who you wanted to actually give more to, but cannot. You actually wanted to offer this person more, but couldn't. They knew that. They picked up on it. You're saying it's hard to open up, Christina. It's hard to open up and be that free. I'm weighed down all the time. I believe you. But I'm also convinced not all those sticks are yours. I think you carry around other people's sticks too. Like I said, not all these stars are yours. Well, I'm rooting for you. It's important to you, otherwise it wouldn't be here. I see which way you're leaning. Let's see if we can do some time checks, yeah? Let's wrap this up. Show me. This energy is rising sooner rather than later, perhaps while we were in the Leo full moon. The idea of rekindling and trying to bridge that gap makes you feel really good. But when it comes to heavy water energy, Scorpio, stresses you out. You get locked up in your head, and then the action doesn't take place. Just start with the page, honey. Just start there. Don't worry about the larger consequences. Don't worry about what you can give them later. Just do what you need to do now. Okay? Start there. You know, one of the first things hoarders will tell you about why they became a hoarder is that when they understood it was time to clean up, they didn't know where to start. That's kind of what this energy is. You're perceiving the slightest bit of change in your environment to be exquisitely stressful. Okay. When really this is a situation where you just need to start with the page. You don't know how much your environment's going to change in the future, but just don't think of it like that. You don't know how much sacrifice you can make. You don't know how much movement you can give this and how much change isn't. Just start with a page. And just like you would tell a hoarder, just start with a corner. No, I'm saying you're a hoarder. You're definitely hoard your thoughts. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. You hoarder your thoughts. I'll tell you that. Ace of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles. The fourth might be important for some of you. What month I could not say. It could be within the next month for some of you. It will be within Piscean season. Also, the 24th might be important. There we go, rushing in again with this person. The energy, what would like to do. Oh, I saw that 3 flip out for some of you. The third might be important. I think I've said that already. I did say 3, didn't I? Yes, I did. 3, the third. There they are again. The third, the fourth, the second, and any variation of those numbers. So that's the 24th, the 23rd. Okay. And then the Fool. And it has no time frame for some of you. It's whenever you choose to take that leap of faith and decide to open up, which you've already told me is very hard for you to do, to just be open and carefree. And the few times you felt like you were open and carefree, ironically, was actually with this person. So it's kind of like you feel like you need this person's energy to be open up and carefree, and they're currently absent from it. They bring out that side in you that says, I'm willing to just try. See, look, you've got 2 parts of you, honey. You've got 2 parts of you. One that would like to be open and free, and then there's that commanding, controlling guy. And he says, I don't get to feel like that too often, Christina. That's not really in my luxury. I understand and I believe you. And it's the 2 sides of you that are always in conflict. The one that's always showing up and has to be in control, and the other one that actually wants to come out and be lighthearted and joyous. And you last felt it with this person. Okay? And they're not here to kind of encourage that, but they are within your community. They are within your community. Many of you have share overlapping circles. All the way, by the way, the 10th might be important, the 4th and the 14th. And there they are again. The 16th, the 6th. There they are. Aries season might be important. I don't see it going out as far as that, but it could, yes. Yeah, I know, 3rd and 4th for some of you. For instance, if you send out something on the 3rd, they might respond on the 4th. Something like that. It's pretty tight back-to-back dates for some of you like that. 24th, 23rd, 26th, 22nd, all that. Okay, that's enough. Aquarius, honey, you put it in the comments as you see fit. I do hope this helped you. It was terribly interesting. It was terribly complex. You don't know what this person might mean to you in future. You just know how they made you feel. And on that working premise alone, despite overwhelming it may seem, you're telling me nonetheless it was important to you, even if it was very, very little. Which tells me you tend to hold on to a lot of things that may not be as important to you emotionally, but you feel is yours responsibly, rationally. I think you need to do yourself a favor and start looking at some of the stars you're holding on to so you can incorporate more of your own sun. Because it's like I can't lose my sun. I can't lose the happiness. It wasn't much, but when I felt it, it's a relief I typically don't feel anywhere else. So what would you do to pay a little bit for your happiness? How much room are you going to allow in your life for something that makes you smile? I don't know. Put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well.